Good morning. Welcome back to the show. James Rule XRP. It is Sunday, April 13th, 2025. Tomorrow's mom's birthday. So I'm going to be getting out here in a little bit, going to pick her up a couple of things. It's going to be a lucky week. A birthday week is always the lucky week because you always have another year ahead of you. So, wow. I'll tell you what, today's video, I'm going to cover a few things. I'm not going to play a lot of cheesy videos. I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions of the current status of crypto and blockchain and some news articles. We're going to look at XRPfi. We're going to look at XRP. We're going to look at derivatives. We're going to look at all the money in the world. And I'll tell you what, it's just so exciting to be in this space. I've been in the world of crypto since 2017. And you're looking at about 8 years. And I've been in the ups and downs. And I've been you have to be extremely patient, especially if you're early into something and you're just waiting for everybody to catch up. We're still early, but we're seeing some price action. We're seeing some legislation. We're seeing some things happen for the good around the world with crypto. And we're going to go and get into it. Follow me on X, which is formerly Twitter, at RuleXRP. And let's go and get into it real quick. You'll see a lot of content creators out there, real big ones, that are now talking about Caleb and Brown. Well, Caleb and Brown is a crypto broker. I've had an account for 2 years. I'm an affiliate. I'm a customer. And I tell you what, they're incredible because it only takes a few minutes to set up your account. This is my splash screen. And if we scroll down a little bit, it shows you how easy it is to connect. You know, typical exchanges, you navigate the webs, you browse cryptos, you browse for limited pairs, you encounter issues, you buy crypto, you go out there, you wonder if your cryptocurrency is safe on the exchange. Well, at Caleb and Brown, it's incredible because you sign up within minutes. Your free broker contacts you. And you get started, and they hold your hand through the entire process. Caleb and Brown is located in Australia. They have institutional grade custody with Fireblocks. So I have a ton of XRP on Caleb and Brown. They have high liquidity. Whenever you're ready to cash out or trade or do whatever, they are there for you. They also have target orders. Jake is my broker. And I can contact him 24/7, 365. I could set up a target order sell. I could set up a target order buy. It'll buy XRP. It'll buy Bitcoin. It'll buy Ethereum. It'll sell it at whatever price you want. And you don't have to sit on your phone all day worrying if that limit has been met. Check out Caleb and Brown. There is a link below. Click on it, sign up for free, and tell them James Rule XRP sent you by. Let's take a look at crypto numbers. We're up $2.7 trillion market cap. XRP is $2.15. We're above $2. Bitcoin's 83,000. Ethereum is 1575. And all of these other mysterious blockchains I have bookmarked here are many of the different digital assets and technologies that I have picked up over the past 7 years. And I have been accumulating, and I have sold a little bit. I flipped some into this. I flipped some into that. XRP is my top holding, not financial advice. I'm a crypto teacher. But we're going to look at some tabs. I was going through looking at documents yesterday, and I found this, and it has been announced. Coinbase derivatives. This came out April 3rd, 2025. It says listing of XRP futures contract. Coinbase derivatives. It says pursuant to the CFTC, the Commodity Future Trading Commission regulation, Coinbase derivatives hereby submits for the self-certification of initial listing of the XRP futures contracts to be offered for trading on the exchange on or after April the 21st of this year. It says the XRP future contract, the contract will be a monthly cash settled and margin contract with the following specifications. XRP futures contract size 10,000 XRP. And it goes through all the details, and they are giving individuals the opportunity to invest in XRP and other digital assets without having to go to a central intermediary and find out what the price is. There's so many things happening. I was even looking at Kraken yesterday. Kraken is a cryptocurrency exchange. I have an affiliate link below on them as well. Trade XRP derivatives contracts. It says XRP derivatives lets you gain exposure to XRP without having to buy and hold any in your portfolio. I'm going to leave a link to everything covered. And like I said, I'm not going to go into specifics, but I'll tell you what. Here a couple years ago, we were fighting the SEC and Gary Gensler, and they were, the bank cronies, and they don't want anything to do with crypto. All of a sudden, we're getting regulatory clarity. All of a sudden, this regulation by enforcement tactics by our federal government is going away. And all of these major institutional players are starting to see the major cryptocurrencies like XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, all of the top cryptocurrencies are starting to come to fruition. Even the major banks, the JP Morgans, the BlackRocks, everybody is starting to wake up to this technology because they are now having that aha moment that we had a couple years ago when we were scratching our heads going, are we doing the right thing? Should I buy this much XRP? Do I need to buy this? Do I need to, the price is going down. Why do I need to hold this stuff? And all of a sudden, when you start seeing these technologies in the banks, in the financial institutions, in the centralized exchanges, and, commodities and derivatives and real world assets and tokenizations and real estate and all the above, you start to have that aha moment knowing that this new technology is the wave of the future. And that's what it's all about. Until you sit back, until you take a deep breath, until you really research everything and know exactly what you're getting into, you're going to be doubtful. You're going to say, well, it went down. It's not worth it. I need to cash it out. I got to pay my bills. I got to do that. I got to take care of the family. Well, yes, you got to take care of the family. Don't put all of your money into crypto. Save some green on the side so you can take care of emergencies and issues and all that. But let's go. What else do I have marked up here? Okay, so yesterday I was riding my Polaris Ranger. It's a all-terrain vehicle, big wheels on it, 4x4, open concept. And I was riding down one of our country roads here near my home. And a member of the community that I'm really good friends with, I'm not going to mention names. He's from Dallas. He is in the process of creating his own YouTube channel. And I'm going to share that because we have a lot of the same ideas. We look through the trees. We look at the possibilities. We look past the FUD. All of these news articles that you see online, there's maximalism. There's people out there talking crap. They're making up numbers. They're making, $10,000 XRP, this, that. Well, we were talking about current events. And, when you start talking to others and you start having the same ideas and you get it out to the universe, you start thinking about the bigger picture. And with this cryptocurrency that you're investing in and whatever it may be, this is bigger than you can really ever imagine. This is life-changing wealth accumulating. This is future generational wealth accumulating by the little things you're doing today, by doing your research and watching my videos and going to the internet and listening and attending functions and attending conferences and whatever. But you need to keep researching. You need to keep accumulating. And I tell you what, great things are on the horizon. We're talking this year. We're talking by the end of this year. Was it Brad Garlinghouse stated in yesterday's video, we could see a $200,000 Bitcoin? If we see a $200,000 Bitcoin, where is that going to lead all the alts? Where is that going to lead Ethereum, XRP, VeChain, ADA, Flare, all of these other mysterious ecosystems out there that are slowly but surely coming to fruition? What is the value of your portfolio going to be? Is it going to be a $5 or $10 or $20, $50? We don't know. I'm not a genie. If I was a genie, I wouldn't be doing this channel right now. I would know everything that was going to happen. But back in 2020, I had shown this. I started my channel January of 2020, and I found all the money, all the world's money in markets in one visualization. And I wanted to bring this to your attention because we're going to look at the difference of what 5 years makes. And what this is Visual Capitalist, and they came out with this chart of all the money in the world back in 2020. And one of these little bitty squares is equivalent to $100 billion. So if we scroll down, you can see silver, and look at this. Back in 2020, the total crypto market was only $244 billion. We have already breached 3 trillion. We're below 3 trillion right now. But look, I just want to give you this visualization to give you an idea and an aha moment of once we start see tokenization of real world assets, tokenizations of real estate and debt and all of the above and derivatives, you're going to get that aha moment, and you're going to start doing the math in your head, and you're going to start saying, well, a $2.15 XRP is really not the true value of XRP and the technology and all the above. And if we go down, you can see coins and banknotes and billionaires and gold, stock markets, money supply, 35 trillion, global debt, 253 trillion. We go to global real estate, $280 trillion. And we're already tokenizing real estate. Companies are already allowing fractional shares of, real estate, real world assets, art, all of the above. But global real estate, $280 trillion. Global wealth, $360 trillion with a T. And then let's look at derivatives. $558 trillion. I mean, we're looking at mega trillions, if not quadrillions. And you're asking yourself, what is a derivative? Well, a derivative is a contract between two or more parties that derives its value from the performance of the underlying asset, index, or entity. XRP derivatives, real estate derivatives, value. And you're looking at, and we're only at the glimpse, not even $3 trillion in the total crypto market right now. And I'll go back to it real quick right here. We're actually at $2.7 trillion. And that is a remarkable number to see. When you look at $1 trillion is $1,000 billion. $1 trillion is $1,000 billion. That's a lot of money. And we go back and we just think about, where we're at and what we have accomplished in 5 years with the value of our holdings and how they are all starting to come to fruition. It's amazing. Now, Senator Tim Scott is confident that the market structure bill is going to be passed by August. And he's talking about the stablecoin bills. It says Senator Tim Scott, the chairman of the U.S. Senate Banking Committee, Housing and Urban Affairs, recently said that he expects a crypto market bill to be passed into law by August 2025. It says he also noted that the Central Banking Committee's advancement of the Genius Act, a comprehensive stablecoin regulatory bill in March of this year, as evidence that the committee prioritizes crypto policy. In a statement to Fox News, Scott said, quote, "We must innovate before we regulate. Allowing innovation in the digital asset space to happen here at home is crucial to American economic dominance across the globe." And what is it all about? It's all about making the United States the crypto capital of the world. Companies are coming to the U.S. Ripple is hiring more people in the United States now than they have hired. I mean, all these companies, all these major blockchain companies, all the banks, think about all the major banks in the United States that are in the process of being custodians to cryptocurrency, to holding your crypto, to letting you buy things, letting you pay states that are letting you pay taxes with crypto. Crypto and blockchain is the way of the future. And with tokenization and everything else fixing to come into full bloom, you are at the right place at the right time, people. You're at the right time. And, there's another thing I've been researching. Crypto Eddie's been getting a lot of amazing things out there. This is Doppler Finance, the first XRPfi protocol. And I went in this morning and I dropped 50 XRP into it because it's giving you yield back on your XRP. I don't know exactly how it works. I've been reading the documents. I'm just getting it out there. None of this is financial advice. If I could get some yield off of XRP just sitting in my wallet safely somewhere and I'm getting yield back, I'm going to go for it. I'm not going to put a bunch into it until I find out all the specifics and details. It's kind of like Flare, the Flare drops, the Flare network. Flare drops for 36 months. It's passive income, people. And they're integrating, XRP into other ecosystems. But look at this. So Doppler Finance, I dropped 50 XRP into the first XRPfi. It says transform idle XRP into active assets. It says the pool accepts XRP deposits on the XRP Ledger network, securely storing them in a trusted custody wallet. And right here it says proof of reserve. You got Fireblocks And Cefu, whatever that is powered by Fireblocks and Sifu or whatever it is. And it says you deposit your XRP, you earn DP rewards while your XRP is securely stored, and then you earn yields. It says automatically earn XRP yields when C DeFi yields are introduced. So I put in 50 XRP. I've already have 0.436 points. I don't know the dollar value of that. It says there's a total of 10.5 million pooled. You get $1 to earn 0.02 points per hour. Estimated APR is 3 to 4.5%. And it says interest payments are made on every Friday and are distributed in proportion to the user's average deposited balance over the course of a week. Like I said, I'm still researching. I didn't throw a lot into it. We're looking at yields. This is the Doppler Finance, the documentation, the overall structure is showing XRP and RLUSD, which is Ripple's stablecoin, goes into Doppler Finance XRPfi. Custody service, XRP and the stablecoin goes to a centralized custodized exchange. And then C, DeFi yields, arbitrage, spot perp basis. And then the bridge is XRP and the stablecoin, on-chain DeFi, XRP lending, yield forming. There's so much, and it's so technical, and there's so many things. I could spend here hours just reading through this, trying to figure it out. But, crypto is happening. You're going to be able to, and I see in the near future, loan your XRP to a bank, loan your XRP to a financial institution, because the value, as more money comes into these ecosystems, the value of your portfolios are going to be amazing. I mean, we're talking coming to fruition. We're talking, I'm laughing at a $2.15 XRP right now because the price has been manipulated. We have been pulled back for so many years because of governments and greedy politicians that all of these wonderful things are finally starting to come to light. And if you could just hang on a little bit longer, believe me, I've been in this 7 years and I've been pulling my hair out, what hair I have left. But, I've met a lot of amazing people. I've been getting a lot of ideas from people from the community, friends, family, coworkers, just keeping that positive attitude, getting those positive vibes out to the universe, because, try to look past the negativity. Don't believe everything you see on social media. Watch out for the scammers. Don't believe anybody but yourself and your heart. So if you get a chance, subscribe to my channel, The James Rule Crypto Show on YouTube. And I hope everyone has a wonderful Sunday afternoon, Monday morning, wherever you're at, because some amazing things are happening every day in the world of blockchain. You just have to look for the diamonds in the rough. You have to keep a positive attitude, stay focused, and you're going to have a wonderful time on this journey. Have a good day. James Rule XRP. I'm out of here. Don't forget, I told you so.